Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And the Dallas Cowboys, they are hiring former Giants head coach Ben McAdoo as a consultant, per sources. And so, one thing to note is that, as a Packer, he used to be a Packers quarterback coach under Mike McCarthy. And so now that Mike McCarthy is the main man in Dallas, he wants to reunite with Ben McAdoo. And I mean, it only makes sense because the year prior, you saw Jason Garrett go to the Giants, and so it seems swapping coaches is a trend that they're sticking to here. But with that being said, though, when you go back and you think about Ben McAdoo and his career as a head coach with the Giants, yeah, it was basically in 2016 and 2017, and in 2016 the Giants they ended up going 11-5, so that was pretty good. But then he ended up getting fired after the 2017 campaign. And so you wonder, what all changed? Well, in 2017, he went 2-10. So that's a massive reduction in terms of wins. But the biggest thing that he had working against him towards the end of the season is when he made the infamous decision to bench Eli Manning, who currently had the then longest streak in terms of consecutive starts. And he opted to bench Eli Manning, in which Eli Manning was struggling that season, but still they benched him for Geno Smith, and so that just had the Giants fan base just that did it right there. There was no way they could bring him back after that, and so he definitely wore out his welcome very quickly as the head coach, and he would take the following 2 years off before going to be an assistant with the I believe the Jacksonville Jaguars this past season. And so now he has an opportunity with the Cowboys. And being an assistant or just in this case, a consultant, that seems to fit him well. He's been doing that since really 2003 in terms of just roaming the sidelines. And so that's definitely what he loves, what his passion is in. And so certainly, good for him. Now, throughout his entire time in the league as a coach, his coaching record is 120 wins to 115 losses and one tie, earning him a 51% a win percentage and a 6-6 playoff percentage. So he's 500 in the playoffs. The coaching tree that he will fall up under would be along the likes of Jim Haslett. He was with the New Orleans Saints around the time that Ben McAdoo got his first opportunity in the NFL. Mike McCarthy, Mike Nolan, and Tom Coughlin. Interesting because Mike Nolan, was with the Cowboys last year, and they ended up letting him go as the defense just really did not respond to Mike Nolan. So it's interesting that they're digging again to someone who has connections to Mike Nolan and Mike McCarthy. But we'll see how it works out. Maybe someone not Mike is what they need, but we'll see. But with that being said, though, yeah. So his first year with the New Orleans Saints, he was an offensive assistant coach and quality control coach, and they went 8-8 that year. In 2005, he was with the San Francisco 49ers, and he was this time the assistant offensive line coach and quality control coach, and they went 4-12 that year. I believe that's around the time perhaps that Alex Smith and Aaron Rodgers were first, drafted that year. So Alex Smith may have been a rookie that season. And then in 2006, with Aaron Rodgers, he was the tight ends coach, and he would remain the tight ends coach with the Packers from 2006 to 2008. In 2006, he was 8-8. 2007, they went 13-3 and 1-1 in the playoffs. And then in 2008, they went 6-10. He also would be there through 2009 as well. As a tight ends coach for the Packers, they went 11-5, 0-1 in the playoffs. 2010, still with the Packers, 10-6, except they went 4-0, and that's that year that they had that amazing wild card run, I believe, for the Packers, in which they run all those road games and won the Super Bowl. And then in 2011, they went 15-1. He was still a tight ends coach, and you would think that would have been a great chance to repeat, but they actually lost their first wild card game. I believe that they had lost to the Giants that year, or maybe the year after. In 2012, he was the quarterbacks coach this time. They went 11-5, going 1-1 in the playoffs. And then in 2013, which was his final year with the Green Bay Packers, he was a quarterback coach. They went 8-7-1, going 0-1 in the playoffs. And then in 2014, he became the Giants offensive coordinator. They went 6-10. He pretty much repeated that in 2015 as the OC. They went 6-10 again. And then in 2016, he became the head coach of the Giants. They went 11-5 and then went 0-1 in the playoffs. But then 2017, it just fell apart. 2-10, benched Eli Manning for Geno Smith and was let go by the Giants. And so then this past season in 2020, the Jaguars brought him in as a quarterback coach, and the Jaguars went 1-15. So basically, in his last two seasons on the coaching staff, he's been 3-25. And so he's going to be hoping for much better success here with this opportunity with the Cowboys, and we'll see how that plays out for him. It's definitely going to be interesting to see. Obviously, the Cowboys, they've got tremendous talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And so we'll just see how everything plays out. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to drop, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching, and see you guys next time.